Hi my ghosties, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to talk about something I saw a while ago on TikTok. It's about a list where you shouldn't take women on a first date too. So let's get started. So I want to talk about how I think this list is ridiculous in my opinion. There are a lot of places on it that are actually like good first dates, and I feel like some women have like such a high bar of what a first date should look like, and I think it should just be a moment that you should get to know each other in a place that shouldn't have to be fancy. You just have to get like a place where you can easily talk to each other and really get to know each other. And even sometimes you should have a place where you can easily escape the date. If it's like this person, you should be able to easily escape. So some places are just easier to do that. I feel like if you're in a fancy restaurant, it's like way harder than if you're in, I don't know, any fast food restaurant or just getting some drinks. Like, it's so simple to get some drinks, and some women are going to be like, oh, that's not fancy enough, but I feel like that's a good first date. You can easily talk, as I said before. It's just better. A first date is to get to know each other, and not to show off your money or to see how much the other person has to offer in like money wise, but how much you have to offer in personality. And that's my opinion about it. So I'm going to start with a list. It's a list of 28 places. That's like a lot. So the first don't is the Cheesecake Factory. We don't have it, I think, in Belgium, but I looked it up and it's actually looks like good. And if you're into cheesecake, I don't know, like if you think that's a good, if cheesecake is good, I don't know why you shouldn't, why you wouldn't like it. It's cheesecakes in a good looking restaurant. I don't know, I never been in one, but I looked at pictures and it looks decent, so I don't know what is the big problem. Applebee's, maybe a little bit less fancy, I don't know, should look it up. Applebee's, also something we don't have in Belgium. So Applebee's, let's look at the pictures. Just looks like McDonald's with plates. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a good first date. Chili's, also a good first date. We also don't have that in Belgium. Chipotle? Chipotle. It's probably Chipotle. Also don't know it. It's definitely made by like American people, so I don't think I have like the expertise. Like if you have like really dirty Applebee's in your neighborhood, I could see why you say like Applebee's is not a place to go. But I mean, the food looks fine on the pictures, the place looks fine on the pictures. I don't see why that shouldn't be a good first date. Chipotle. Oh, yeah, that looks good. I think that's a good first date. The Chipotle is also approved by me. And then Olive Garden. Not really. Do we have an Olive Garden in Belgium? Probably like messing it up with something else. That looks fine too. I don't see anything wrong with it. Nope. The movies. Okay. This is the first one I agree with. It's just the movies is you sit and watch the movie. That's all. You maybe can have some physical contact, but I think that's not a thing you do at like first dates. If you do that, you do you, but in a normal this in a normal setting where you don't know the person, you're not going to immediately hold hands or anything like that. So if you don't know the person, like the movies is absolutely no. You can't talk to each other, you can't get to know each other. It's just not the right place for a first date. If you've been dating for a while, it could be a good place to get into a relationship, but not a first date. No. Your house. Don't go. No. Just don't have a first date in your house. That's the second one I agree on. So agreeing count 2. Yeah, just especially when you don't know the person, it feels like really stressful and creepy to get them into your house or just go to their house. Both ways, it just feels very uncomfortable. Don't do that. Don't go to each other's house. It's not really a safe thing to do, except you like know the person for a really long time. But if you know the person for a really long time, even then you have to like have a really good idea to make it like an interesting first date. That's what I have to say about that. So your house is also a big no. Any fast food chain. I need my McDonald's. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it really depends on like what for person you are. If you like to go to fast food chains or not. I mean, really, just take a girl to a fast food restaurant. So I was talking about fast food chain restaurants. I didn't know what I was saying, but I don't agree with that one. That shouldn't be on the not to go list for a first date. So let's go to the next one, and the next one is Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know how it looks inside, I'm just going to look it up.
A few moments later.
So this looks also fine, the Buffalo Wild Wings, it looks perfectly fine. I also disagree with this one. So next is Wingstop. We also don't have this in Belgium, so I have to look it up. Wingstop. Also looks perfectly fine. So Red Lobster, probably going to be a bit of the same but with seafood, so I guess that's also pretty much okay. A buffet, I don't see anything wrong with that, except that they mean like something like a family gathering, then it's like, don't take your first dates to a family gathering. That's an absolute no. I hope. I don't know what that means. Oh, so it's also a restaurant. It looks very American. Yeah, I would like this. Although this looks nasty. Oh, yeah, no, maybe it's just not my kind of food, but the pancakes look good. Denny's, probably the same kind of restaurants as we had before, so I'm going to say this is fine. The gym. Okay. This one I totally agree with. Even if you both like to go to the gym, this is also a place you work out. You maybe have like some spots where you can talk to each other. But I feel like if you do a gym date, it's very focused on working out and not getting to know each other. So I feel like this is a big no also for a first date, because you need to be able to talk to each other and get to know each other, and that's the importance of a first date. That's basically all I'm going to say all the time. Like, you need to be able to talk to each other and hear each other, and that's so important for first dates. I feel like you can't really do that in the gym. So next up is church. I feel I'm going to agree with this one too, because if you actually go to how is it called? Okay, so I don't really find how it's called in English. It's when the pastor is talking and you have to just sit down and listen. Here is like the same applied. Like, you can talk to each other. You can't get to know each other that way. Maybe you both strongly believe, and going to church would be a very, very beautiful date for you two. But it should be when you're already together for a while or already dating for a while. Then it's a good date. But yeah, I feel like nah, going to church is not a good first date. So that's the. How many times did I agree with things? So with 4 things, and we're at 16. So this list is. I'm sorry for the people that made this and were actually like, yeah, ew, I don't want to go on a first date there. If that's your opinion, that's totally okay, but I feel like saying them this is a place where you shouldn't take a woman. We're with so many different women, we have so many different opinions. If you really want to be like taking out a girl and you don't know where to take her, or you don't know if she would be okay with the place you are going to take her, maybe just ask her. There's nothing wrong with asking a girl where she wants to go, or if she would actually enjoy the date that you planned. There's nothing wrong with it. And I think this sort of open communication in the very beginning should be normalized. Just ask if it's a good date, and if she already is like, oh, now you're not surprising me or something like that, it's a first date. You're just getting to know each other. I feel like people are getting way too like, oh, it's the first date. Okay, that's fun and all, but it can be awkward. It can be such a bad date, and it can go so good, but you have to get to know each other in that one date. Okay, that's, you don't have to get to know someone in one date, but you have to get like some stuff out of your first date. Like, do I want to date this person? Do I want to keep dating this person, or do I want to stop dating this person and go look for someone else? That should be like, the faster you're clearer about this, the better, because you're just going to waste time if you just go to dates where you can't talk and then actually don't get to know each other. And then after a few dates, you actually sit down to talk, and you notice like, I have nothing in common with this person, or what this person is saying is so revolting. It's like, you should talk on the first date. You should know if this person gives you the ick or revolts you, or like does things that you don't agree with, or say that one thing that's not necessarily bad, but for you it's like a deal breaker. You should know that. You should find that out if that person would say that, or if a person would, just get to know the person. So next up is Starbucks. I don't see anything wrong with that too. I even told that to my sister, who goes more often to Starbucks, and she was like, that's like a really good first date. So trust me, I'm not alone in this. Starbucks is a good first date. That's that. Coffee dates, I feel like that's a bit in line with Starbucks. Coffee dates are good. You can easily talk with each other. You can easily run away if necessary. Coffee dates are good. Coffee dates are actually one of the best on this list. Take her to get some coffee. So next is ice cream dates. I feel like that's also like a really good first date and really cute, actually. I don't know, if I think ice cream dates, I think romantic movies. So I feel like that's a really good first date to get already some kind of romance points, but like not tying her to a chair where she has to get like, oh, dinner, and then dessert and drinks and all that stuff. So it's also an easy runaway date, but it's also a really cute date where you can easily talk to each other. So I approve of this date. Next one, family functions. I don't know who in this world would take their first date to a family function. But that's absolutely not a thing you should do with anyone, even if you're a woman. Woman or man, don't take your first date. Just don't take your first date to a family function, no matter what your gender is, no matter what gender they are. Just take them to a nice coffee date or ice date, anything except the family function. Okay? Don't throw them in an entire family when it's like the first time they meet you. You need like one-on-one time. Okay? So next one, a movie night. Look, I feel like this is in the same line as going to the movies and your house. And I agreed with both of those. So it would be weird if I don't agree with this one. It's like you have to be at each other's house and you have to watch a movie, so there's not a lot of room for talking. And yeah, it's just a bad date, a bad first date. It's not a bad date, but come on. A first date, watching a movie, get to know the person. So next one is somewhere that requires a long drive. I absolutely agree with this one. Why do you need to drive hours for a date? For a first date, just a simple first date where you get to know the person. Why does that need to require hours of driving? Or even an hour is like already a lot. Except if you live like an hour apart, then just meet somewhere in the middle or something. But seriously, don't drive for hours to get to your dates. That's already like, nah. Except you live like on the other side of the world, but that's like a more complicated version of all of this. Just go to somewhere close, go to somewhere else than your house, go on a coffee date or something. Coffee dates are good. I'm just going to keep like bringing up the coffee dates because I think that's a good first date. Like, guys, if you want to take a woman on a date, take her on a coffee date. So next one is bowling. I feel like this is more fun in group, but also this is a perfectly fine first date. It's bowling, what can I say? It's a good first date. You can talk with each other, you can play the game of bowling, of course. You can get some snacks there. Maybe not a good way to run away, but if you're already like, I don't know, if you know the person already a little bit, for example, like you're in the same friend group, this is like a super good first date. Go bowling with a girl, guys. So nightclubs. You already know what I'm going to say. You can't. No, I'm sorry. You can't talk to each other in the nightclub. Also, nightclubs like loud music, just everyone just dancing, just I don't know what you also do. Drugs, I don't know. It's not really like a good impression for your first dates to take her to a club also. Like you can't really talk to your date, she just oh we're partying now. So don't do that. That's I absolutely agree with this one. Don't take your first date to a nightclub. So next one, uh, hookah bar, uh, hookah, 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 a hookah bar, a hookah. Why do I sound like I have a potato in my mouth? So I don't know if I want to look this up. I'm just going to look it up. Hookah bar. So I'm back. I was talking about a hookah bar. I see things here about like smoking and stuff. I agree with this. This is not somewhere you should take your first dates to. Actually, you shouldn't have any dates there. you shouldn't have dates there. No, no. Then I don't know. Can't really see. A bar just for drinks. This is a good first date, just to get drinks. I don't know. It depends on how the bar is. You know, if you know that it's a bar with like a bit of a bad reputation, just like weird people going there, I feel like that's then a solid thing to say, like, oh, I don't want to go to this bar. But I feel like if you pick like a proper bar, there's nothing wrong with it. Then a waffle, waffle, a waffle, waffle. It's a Waffle House, right? Waffle. Why does it sound so funny? Waffle. So a Waffle House. I feel like I'm saying it wrong, right? A Waffle House is a good first date. I don't have anything more to say about that. I feel like I said it 1,000 times already. It's simple, it's easy to run away with. You can easily talk with each other. There's nothing more that should be there for a first date. And then next, the last one is sport events. And I do agree with this one because it feels a little bit like the movies, you know? You're just there to watch your game, and yeah, maybe it's like a little bit more easier to talk to each other. But like, if you're into sports, you're probably gonna be invested in it. And if you're not into sport, it's like, I don't really want to be here. So I feel like in both ways, it's a first like it's a bad first date. So yeah, I agree with this one, being on the list. I agree with this. So we had the whole list. So I'm going to count real quick. So movies, your house. Okay, so my list is the movies, your house, the gym, church, family functions, movie night in, somewhere that requires a long drive, and sport events. So those are 8 places. So everyone, you have your new list. It's a way shorter list. It's a way more realistic lists. So yeah, you can tag me later. Yeah, I feel like I said a lot of the same in this video, because it's the first date, you know. It's like it has to be simple. It has to be a place where you can easily run away. It has to be a place where you can easily talk. And yeah, I think that's the most important about a date. And just, yeah, not a gross place, somewhere public, but not gross. Also an important point. So guys, just take women on coffee dates, or like other women. I feel like we make this list for guys, you know. Other women know what other women want. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you agree with me, comment some fries, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you, bye.